What's up, YouTube? So today I really want to make an ASMR video. I've never made one before, but I just went on a walk in the woods, and I'm kind of wanting to make like a meditation, like a guided meditation. So I'm gonna try that today. Yeah, I don't really know how to start it. Okay. So close your eyes if you want. Don't close your eyes if you want. It'll probably be better if you do, but I want you to imagine that you are in the woods, like I was. Just envision the trees. There's a stream next to you. You're sitting on this really nice log. It's kind of making your ass a little wet. But it's really peaceful. You might be smoking a cigarette, you might not be, but if you are, you're not ashing on the ground. You have a little Red Bull can that you just finished and you're ashing in the Red Bull can. You sit there for a minute, you listen to the birds as it starts to get dark. You hear a couple of sticks cracking in the distance. You turn around and you see a deer. You're not close enough to it to like get a good picture or anything, but it's there. It moves away. As you get up, you make your way back down the stream because that's where you came in at, and that's how you know how to get back. As you're walking, you see a little different path from where you came. It goes off the stream. There's a lot of leaves, but you decide to go that way anyways. Your feet go under the leaves as you walk up this hill. As you get to the top of the hill, you see it kind of opens up a bit, and you think, oh, I probably shouldn't be here. It might be a little harder to find your way back. But you go anyways, because, there's roads closed, a couple houses, you're kind of in people's backyards. You go straight for a bit, and you try to keep the little divot in, sight. But you get a little excited, and you go a little too far from it. But it's okay, you have your phone, you have service, so you start to use your phone as a kind of GPS. You realize your phone is at about 5%. You decide to kind of make your way towards a gas station that you see on maps because, you could use another Red Bull, and you think you might be able to get there without going through people's property or too close to it. So you make your way. You take your phone out to look at Google Maps occasionally, and then you keep realizing that you keep going off the path that you need to be on, but you just keep, you're not in any rush. It is getting dark, but so what? Eventually, you realize that your phone is dying pretty quick. In one last attempt to make it to where you're going, you just, you keep your phone on, and you make sure you don't go off that path, but you do, and the phone dies, and you make your way to the closest road. You realize you're kind of far from that gas station, and you're gonna have to walk close to fast-moving cars, because you're on the highway, mama. You're on the highway. This is where we're gonna take two different paths. I want you to decide if you're going to follow the highway or if you're going to go back into the woods and try to follow along that highway from the woods. I think that both choices kind of say a lot about you, and not really in a bad way. But let's go ahead and start with the highway. So you go ahead and follow the highway. walking on the side of the road, trying to stay as far away as you can from the moving cars, because they're, going 60, 70 miles an hour, either coming straight at you or straight behind you and passing you. It's not as peaceful as it was on the highway, but there's security in knowing where you're going. Although, you have to try to stay far enough away from the moving cars and close enough so that you're not, in ditches, going through, a bunch of bushes. Eventually, you make your way and you find a hill that the highway kind of goes down. And, it isn't really a highway anymore. You make your way down this hill going down and, having a hard time staying far enough away from the cars. You realize some of them are kind of trying to go around you, so they're not getting close to you. You make your way down the hill, and you finally make it to this gas station. You go in, pick up a Red Bull or a water, and then you realize when you're at the counter you don't have your card on you or any cash. So, it's up to you if you want to steal it or put it back. But you leave the gas station. You make your way back to your house. On the way, you see a couple landmarks that let you know you're going the right way. And eventually you get on your street. When you're on your street, you see a couple people still out. That's, getting dark, but it's not all the way dark. You realize it's kind of cold, but, you're almost back home, so it's whatever. You end up back at your doorstep, make your way back inside, and reap the rewards of your journey. If you stole the drink, you get to enjoy it now without having to walk. Go outside, smoke a cigarette on your back porch, look at pictures that you took on your phone, and you just get to enjoy the rest of your day. Now let's go back to those who walked back through the woods. So you turn around, you make your way back towards where you think the stream was. Eventually, you find it, but not after a bit of, fighting through the fauna, the dried leaves, the branches, the hills. On this stream, you come across a pretty big curve, but you can see a shortcut through a little bit of branches and stuff. You decide to take that way, and you find a skull. You're not 100% sure what it is. Kind of looks like a dog, kind of looks like a deer. You don't know. And it's in really good shape. It's got some white on it, some green. The only part that's broken is a bit of the front. So, that's exciting. You get to take home a little reward for going the way less traveled. You keep going, holding this deer skull, or dog skull, whatever it is. And you think you find the right way. You think you find part of the stream that you're familiar with. Keep following it. Keep following it. And then you realize, oh, I actually have no idea where I am. This is different trash than what was where I thought I was. So you look around. You decide to make your way up the hill. When you're at the top of this hill, you look down and appreciate the stream from a different angle. See some nice little plants, take some pictures, and just kind of keep going in that direction. Eventually you see the gas station, but you have a deer skull now, so you don't really want to go in with it. But you kind of know where that gas station is, and you just kind of go diagonal, because that's probably the way back home, right? You keep going, and you see a little shed. The lights aren't on, there's nothing really around it, but it can overlook the gas station, so, you know, I'm sure it's alright. You go towards the shed, kind of try to peek inside. You don't see anything going on in there, so you walk close to it and around it, and there's like a path. It's kind of similar to how you came into these woods. It's gravel, or not gravel, but bigger rocks. So you just follow that, and then you see a gate, and you realize, oh, this is the gate that I saw when I got into these woods. So I know I'm on the right path. You follow the gate, or you get past the gate and you follow the path, and you see where you started. Yay. You make your way back down. You go into the park that you came in at. There's no one there anymore. There were when you got there, but they're all gone. You sit on a swing for a little bit, smoke a cigarette, and then you walk back. It's getting kind of cold, but you know, you're on the right way home, so it's alright. You can walk a little faster if you want. You can just kind of brave the cold. You've got a jacket on, so you know, you could zip that up. Eventually you make your way back home, get inside, get some water, and you know, you get to enjoy your skull, your pictures, and then you get to relax. So yeah, I think that about wraps up my little guided meditation. I don't know if it was good, but I think I just kind of wanted to make a little story out of my walk today. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna be really mad if I find out anybody jacked off to this. But yeah, Fart Drinker signing out.